my 2-year-old and I, we have this fun routine that we do in the afternoons where she helps her dad make coffee. So she'll help me heat up the water and then ground the beans and then put the ground beans in the coffee filter, and then we pour the water over the grounds, and then after a few minutes we get this great cup of coffee. And maybe I'm a bad parent, but I let her taste the fruit of her labor, so she gets a few sips of that coffee, mainly because I want to teach her how to enjoy just a simple black cup of coffee without cream or sugar. But as we were doing that this week, this picture really, I think, illustrated what we talked about on Sunday, which is this: that what our mind often feeds on, our hearts will eventually feel. What our mind feeds on, our heart will eventually feel. You know that person who has watched so many baseball games that they know every player on every team and their batting average. Or that person that has watched the same show on Netflix 6 times and they can tell you the life story of every character and they're like best friends with a few of them. The reason that the heart is so attached to that is because they've fed their minds on certain content and it's dripped down, right? Baseball, the characters, like the content given amount of time has dripped down, and now their heart becomes attached to the things they fed their minds on. This is true when it comes to our relationship with Jesus. We talked about how can we pursue joy in Jesus in this season. Well, we have to feed our minds on God's word, God's truth, God's promises, gathering electronically via Zoom with God's people. And what eventually happens is as we fill our minds with the goodness and greatness of God, it begins to drip down into our hearts. What we feed our minds on, our hearts will often feel. And so my encouragement this week is pursue feeding your mind on the truths that you know about our King so that our hearts can feel this joy that He's offered to us.